It's time for a special program called The 11th Hour, featuring Hughes, Deputy Director of the Washington County Board of Behavioral Health. This weekly program will shed light on important issues in our area and the positive steps we're taking to combat those issues.
This is Hughes with the 11th Hour, brought to you on Friday mornings by WMOA. And we are here at the Compass Drug Court with Alicia Roberson, and we are talking about the Compass Drug Court. Welcome, Alicia.
Thank you. Good morning. It's nice to be here.
So it's a Friday morning. It's kind of dismal outside. It's raining. But I came in here and I was filled with hope. Why should I be filled with hope?
Well, that's kind of the environment that we try to create here for our clients. It's a place where we try to push them to places where they're uncomfortable, but also give them a nice, cozy place to feel safe while they're doing it.
So tell me a little bit about your background and how long you've been a part of this program.
Well, I've only been a part of this program since December, and we actually started with first participants in January. But as far as myself, I'm from West Virginia. I did drug courts for 5 years in West Virginia. I really believe in drug courts. I've seen them work absolute miracles. And I think the most important thing is that we remember that these are not faceless junkies. You know, these are people that are part of our community, and we're trying to help them. And it's someone's mother, daughter, brother, sister. You know, it's a person. So
I can definitely feel the passion and see it in your face as we're talking. So for people out there who don't understand what the purpose of a drug court is, could you kind of simplify, give us a little bit of an idea of the purpose and the kind of the overall plan?
So these are people who have either F4s or F5s, so they're low-level felonies. And basically what the program is about is it gives them daily accountability. Like they have to do treatment programming every single day. They have to come in and see me and my staff every single day of the week. They have to have random drug screens, and actually it's all random. It's an automated system that's fully mechanical, so it just spits out data. So there's no human contamination on that. It's completely random, and they have all of that accountability, and anytime they struggle, they have some place where they can go that's judgment-free, that they can talk about it. And we also, it's all-encompassing. It's more of a wraparound approach. We get them in the community. We talk to their family members. It's a full wraparound approach.
So how many people are in the program right now?
We have 11 active clients right now, and we just opened in January.
And all of the clients are residents of Washington County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is the age range of the clients?
I would say we have anywhere from 20 to mid-40s.
And what about men and women? Talk to me a little bit about the...
That ratio right now is almost 50-50.
Okay, very good. So tell me a little bit about what Judge Kareni's involvement is and how the session goes in the court.
Well, every week, every Monday, we have what's called a status review hearing, and that's when Judge Kareni will get to hear the recommendation for each client. He gets an update and a recommendation from the treatment staff, which would be myself, my caseworker, any of the treatment providers that they're with, whether that's LMP, Hopewell, Rigel. We've been in contact with them for the week. We've gotten updates on the clients. We see them daily, so we have our input, and we give a recommendation on if they get praise, if they get a sanction, or if they get an incentive. And the judge goes over that. If he has questions, we talk about it, and then we go from there. And then he goes into court, and it's an amazing environment. I encourage anyone to come to court Mondays at 10 because I tell you, it's amazing. Like, we're clapping, we're laughing, we're having fun, we're celebrating sobriety. It's beautiful.
So what happens when people get away from the plan and don't do what they're told and don't follow the drug court rules?
Well, what we do is we do graduated sanctions, which means like if someone has a slip up but they're going to treatment, then what we would work on is they might start with writing an essay and then daily reporting, where they have to come in every single day and meet with me, have a full-on sit-down, or meet with their caseworker, or we might up case management. We might do electronic monitoring, which would be like a GPS system that they would have certain barriers and even more stringent timelines and like geographically where they're not allowed to go, things like that. So we do a graduated sanction, and jail is always our last option unless it's like a public safety issue.
So in terms of some of the challenges, besides, staying sober, which is certainly an incredible challenge with this disease, right. Besides that challenge, what are some of the other challenges that the clients are facing that the society here in the county might want to be aware of, some of the issues that you've become informed about as a result of the drug court participants?
One of the biggest challenges that we have, actually there's two main ones, and that's transportation and housing, safe housing. And actually there's a couple committees that are working on that, and I'm so excited excited to see that the community's really trying to attack that issue and face it head on. But those are our main barriers right now for people. It's safe housing and transportation, availability of services.
And in terms of workforce issues, I mean, are the drug court participants actively working? Are they employed? Or talk to me a little bit about their employment issues.
Well, this is a 5-phase program, and in phase 1, they're not allowed to work because they need to have at least 30 days of sobriety under their belt and have a good working treatment plan before they ever are going to be allowed to do anything with work, because our philosophy is if they're still actively using, they're not going to be effective at work anyway. They're going to put people in danger, put themselves in danger. So we want them to be sober before they start working. So phase 2, which is at least 2 months into the program and at least 30 days clean, then they'll get to start on that.
Are you concerned about employers in our community being concerned themselves about hiring people who are in recovery and kind of what that means to the employer?
Honestly, I was really concerned about that at first, but there's a couple committees that have met already with local business owners and some corporate business owners, and they were all very understanding. They're like, if they're working this program and it is as you say, and they're being that accountable, and if the client allows us to share information with them, they said that they would have no problem hiring people who are in recovery as long as it's verified. They're like, Lord, they're doing 2 drug screens a week. That's a lot more than we're able to do. Financially, a business owner can't do that. So knowing that they're getting drug screened twice a week.
So they're thinking that maybe the participants in drug court could actually be role models to some of the other employees that are currently with that company.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So in terms of staying motivated, because certainly this is hard work, not everybody gets well. There's not a perfect magic bullet for everybody in terms of making them better. What do you do to kind of manage your stress and stay motivated and come in every morning and do this good work in our community?
Honestly, I just have such a passion for it. Addiction has affected me personally through people in my family, my sister being one, which she's almost 3 years sober now. So it hits home for me. I've always been passionate about this work. And I just want to create a family environment for my participants, because sometimes they're alienated by the community because there's a lack of understanding of what addiction is and what it does to people. And it's just really important that they have a place where they can go where they're not being judged. All of the stigma around it is gone. There's a lot of mental health issues that come up that we have to address, and we give them, we send them. We don't provide the mental health services, but we send them to professionals who can help them through that. And just having a safe space for them in this family culture. That's why I say drug court on Mondays at 10. It's so awesome to see people who came in who were just destitute and so down on themselves, and to see them clapping for each other and celebrating 7 days of sobriety, 30 days of sobriety. It's huge. It's awesome.
And the court is open to their family members as well, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you've got that community spirit and that real energy, and I'm sure that helps motivate everybody.
Oh, it does.
And
It's
keeps
awesome.
everybody refreshed. So what are your goals in terms of, this is new, it's only been going for a couple of months. Talk to me a little bit about the goals that you have for the program and where you see it going.
I mean, we have capacity for 30. I would love to get up there within the next few months, but mainly just keeping the quality as we increase quantity. I always want to keep the quality in check, and I always want to have clients, number one, community safety, number one, and I really want the program to grow, and I want clients to be, or participants to be in the community, and just to not be ashamed, not have that shame that comes with addiction, and to just create more education around it. And I have huge hopes for this program. It's going amazing right now. I love it.
Well, thank you, Alicia. I was actually in a meeting the other day, and I think you were sharing that part of the focus of the group is to provide socialization and support throughout the week and on the weekends when, things are kind of hard. And you had shared that there might be some need for some ping pong tables or something.
Yes.
Can you talk to me a little bit about what maybe the community could donate to help you further your goals?
Oh, that would be amazing. I would love to have, in this space that we're in now, there's plenty of room for it. And I would love to have an air hockey table, or the air hockey that has the ping pong table over, because what we're already having is clients come here when they don't have to. They come to hang out because it's a sober, safe place for them. So they come here, we hang out. If they need to talk through something or process, we do that. We laugh more than they've ever laughed. I don't know how many times I had clients say, I have not laughed this much and I cannot remember when. So we try to make it light and enjoy it, because what we're doing, it's life and death. So there has to be that fun aspect. There really does.
Well, and they always say laughter is the best medicine.
I agree with
right?
that.
And maybe
Yes.
that's more powerful than the drug that they were addicted to.
It really is. It gives them that high and the natural high versus the numbing effects of the artificial drugs.
Well, Alicia, I really want to thank you for your time this morning. And as I look out and see the rainfall, I see the sun right behind it because I know you're out there doing good work in the community. Before we leave today, if you could just let people know how to learn more about the drug court or how to contact you, I would really appreciate it.
We are at 200 Putnam Street. We're in the basement of the Dime Bank, right across from the courthouse. And orianahouse.org, they could go in there and look for information for drug court, or they can just come down and see me. Or they could call the work cell, which is 740-525-3874. And they can call me anytime. I would love to answer any questions. I get random calls. I had a student call me from Marietta College, and he was doing a paper on drug courts and treatment dockets. And I talked to him for an hour and was just explaining how the program works, and it was great. It was great.
Well, thank you again for all that you do. This is Hillis Hughes signing out for the 11th hour. Look forward to next week. Do good work in the community. We're all in this together.
Thanks for listening to The 11th Hour, a service of the Washington County Board of Behavioral Health. Tune in next Friday at 11:05 a.m. on WMOA for another edition of The 11th Hour.